Hello.
Hello, how goes it?
I'm happy. I woke up today, so I'm happy. How about you?
It's good. Busy, but good.
Oh my God. I've already started venting in the live chat before we went live. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the commentary zone. As you enter the room, please give us a thumbs up. If you haven't already, please subscribe and hit the notification bell. And most importantly, tell a friend. But that like button is really important because it pushes our content out so that we can get other people to come in and talk with us. As long as they're nice like us, okay? On the docket today, we have The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Season 11, Episode 5, The Divided States of Erika.
All right. So let's get. I want to start by I want to say hello to everyone. Hi, Lisa, Susan, Black Lavender, Lisa, Cooch. Let's see, Susan. I'm not sure if I said Susan, but Susan and Stephen Crisco. Hey, everyone.
Hey, oh
Welcome.
wait, here comes the
And a
blobby.
blobby.
All right. What was overall of this episode? What was your overall opinion of this episode?
Honestly, it kind of started. It was pretty solid for me. Because um they let a lot of stuff loose, and I really feel that Kyle is being ridiculous at this point. Like, it's interesting that she will take the smallest thing of a proportion. She doesn't admit her faults.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, who puts a friendship on the line over a conversation?
Kyle.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm glad you found some redeemable qualities in this episode. Let's just call a thing a thing. We was all tuning in last night to see what was the fallout of the Erika divorce filing and all of that. They had days upon days upon days. Well, basically from Tuesday election day to Saturday the Parisian party, and they still couldn't get their shit together. If ever there was a definition for a cock tease, this episode was it, because they gave us Erika driving somewhere in the beginning, and then it took her the whole episode to get there at the end and walk up the front pathway to, I don't even think she got to the door, and it was like, to be continued next week. No. You know what this is telling me? They ain't got no content.
No, zero content. No.
They ain't got no content. She can't talk about her divorce. And this is the chicken shit that they giving us.
But didn't we say this before? Like, this is a setup. We said this before.
I know, but I'm pissed that it's happening.
We said they set this up. They giving us an okie doke. Because remember we said it was like episode 2 or 3, or where she's like, like truth or like two truths and a lie. And we're like, y'all setting us up for the okie doke. She ain't saying nothing.
Oh, Blobby, it was $60 at Macy's. I hope you got like a discount off of that $60, because that polka dot mess was horrible.
It fits the theme though.
Who wore who wore it best, Rena or Kyle?
Kyle.
No, she had on that stupid hat that made her look like Pippi Longstocking.
But she was trying to be Parisian, okay? I won't give her an effort for trying.
No, and I didn't like how the collar sat on Kyle. Somehow, and I don't like Lisa, but the collar was tighter on Lisa, and she didn't have on that stupid hat. Yeah. Though I did like the pop of color on the bag, I think it was that Kyle had. I thought that was like nice. Overall best dress for the Parisian party, Kathy Hilton. When she said, honestly, when I'm in Paris, this is what I dress in during the day. Okay. Right. Hands down, you win. Run my vote. Huh? Lisa, Rena got your vote too. Okay, I got it. I'm catching on. I'm catching on. Autocorrect. All right. No, I suffer from the same thing. Rena got your vote too. It was tailored better on Rena. And I didn't like, okay, so I know that there was an open back, but there was like a strap. I guess that was part of the dress. On Kyle, it looked like her bra, but on Rena, it actually looked like part of the dress. I don't know. There were just subtle differences that had me going and coming. I'm here not listening. Heidi, you might as well just listen because I'm pissed and Jamal seems to have been content with the content.
I didn't say I was content. I didn't say I was content. I'm just saying for what we got. For what we got, it was okay. It was just I knew this was going to be the okie doke because we said this like episode 2. I mean, I liked Dorit like coming at Kyle. Just come for her. Just do it.
And she even tried what PK like suggested to her to try and overtalk her, but like Kyle just doesn't register. She just doesn't. And I'm glad that Dorit just said, I'm done.
Yeah.
It's fine.
I like the fact that Dorit went got PK said, baby, we got to go. He goes, do you mean like right away or straight away or whatever? He should as soon as possible now. Dorit was not having it. I'm like, good for you.
But what was the point of staying past that discussion? Like Kyle was, who Kyle thinks she is? Do not talk to me like that. And Dorit was right for telling her, well, last year when you said F you twice, shouting it in my face at somebody else's house at dinner, I never put those conditions on you. Like she gave her grace, which I thought she should have cuffed her in her mouth, but that's just me. But I don't understand. Like, does Kyle really feel she's like the queen of this show and people can't talk back to her? Oh, okay.
And then how did you like Garcelle being shady? She was like, well, shouldn't she think about it? She's been with him so long.
Listen, Garcelle be asking the questions that all of us be like, girl, why you couldn't hang on till he died? And everybody's there going, what? And then look who's the one who caught it first. Dorit, the person with the next oldest husband, I guess, who's probably holding on until he die.
Right.
And she goes, I think I know what you mean.
Right. She's like, I think I know what you mean. and they were still clueless. And then who next caught on? Was it Lisa Rinna who caught on next? Was it her?
Yeah, I think it was Lisa. Yeah, and Kyle, just dumb. As much as we like to think Dorit is dumb, Dorit ain't dumb. Dorit, no. She got her name on a couple of insurance policies on PK. Oh my God.
That was hilarious. That was just too funny.
A couple people in the chat have asked, why is Garcelle always showing up in a raincoat?
I don't know. I mean, someone should have told her.
Well, I guess it would be Paris in the spring. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, look, at least she didn't show up in fucking polka dots. Glory be to the skies above. She didn't show up in polka dots. And honestly, that reaction when Rinna walked in and saw Kyle, I thought they set that up. I thought it was completely staged.
Right. Agreed. Totally agree.
Last year I gave them the benefit of the doubt, but this year, no, ma'am.
I have a question for you. And this is for the chat too. When they were going to buy the Bentley, and they did buy themselves, which I thought was cool. Don't get me wrong. And we want to see rich, as the Bobby was saying. But was it anyone else which when they said $380,000 for the car, was anyone else but me thinking like, oh, I could use that on a rental on some property or two somewhere? I mean, that's where my mind went. 400 grand
Well,
for a car.
but in LA, what can 400K get you though?
No, I'm not talking about in LA. I would just take the money
Okay.
and move to like Texas or something.
Right, but that's you thinking like a normal person. Remember what she said in the car? I spoke
Mhm.
to my business advisors and they told me what I can get. Girl,
Yeah.
first of all, business advisors, plural.
Mhm.
I don't even know like anybody at my bank. I'm worthless. Let's just call a thing a thing. She has business advisors, business managers, financial accountants, whatever. And they told her what was in her budget that she could get. And it was a convertible Bentley. Go ahead, Sutton.
But here's
You
the thing though.
and Dorit with the McLaren, move through, push through. Yep.
But here's my whole thing. Here's my whole thing. I'm not gonna be impressed unless she's paying cash. We
No,
don't know.
cash is messy.
No, it's not.
No, cash is messy. Let the business managers handle it.
No, I'm
And
saying, but
besides, it's a rental, not a
if she's
rental, a
right,
lease. It's a
if she's
lease.
leasing, I'm not impressed. Like I want to see you go on there with in cash, or like or you don't do it in cash, or you call your business advisor and say, hey, I'm buying this car. Can you wire the money? That's the kind of, if you're gonna do it like that, do it like that.
But we all know in Sutton's head, discussing those kinds of things, like I'm surprised that she even said she discussed it with her business team and this was what was allotted. Because I think it was on Watch What Happens Live. I think Andy asked her about something financial. She goes, I don't discuss finances. Case closed. She just doesn't. And
Which is
that's
fine.
kind of like old school people,
But here's
like
the
with
thing.
old money, like they
But
don't
here's the
talk
thing.
money.
Right, but here's the thing. But she of course she's not gonna talk money because she's not from old money. So for me, and this is not to be rude, but for you to have these like quote unquote old money ways when you don't come from old money, if you didn't get married well and get divorced, you wouldn't have this money. Let's just call a thing on that one. Quiet is
Mm-hmm.
kept, or as loud as we know, whichever you choose. You shouldn't be acting that way. I don't talk
Look,
about finances, but ma'am, stop. But if you're gonna come on the show and be on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, you don't need to talk some finances at some point. So you need to quit playing.
well, here's another question that I want to know that Yanni put forward. Does anyone know how much she got from the divorce?
I haven't been able to find. I've been looking for that. I haven't found it yet. I cannot find anything.
Damn, she good. And then Steven said he thought the car was closer to 500,000.
Not those type of Bentleys. No. Yeah, the
Ah.
500,000. Generally, the 500,000 Bentleys are the ones that are custom.
So she bought this off the showroom floor.
Right.
No upgrade.
Right. It's still like a very nice Bentley. It's a
Mhm.
great Bentley, but it's not the custom where they're like, okay, they take the Bentley, you tell us what you want to do to it, they make all the adjustments you want, and then they bring it back. It's like the quote unquote upgrades that make them custom and make them close to 500,000.
Right, but then that takes forever.
No, not because generally, so with Bentley places, they generally have like their own like I don't want to say garages, where they actually do the custom upgrades themselves.
Uh-huh.
It's when you it's when you don't live somewhere and you have to call and have it custom made. That's where it comes sticky.
Oh.
Yeah, but since they're in Beverly Hills, I'm sure they have like their own Bentley custom place where they actually send the Bentleys to have all the work done, so you can get them pretty quick. I would assume.
Kelly says, I miss Dorit's rose gold Bentley. Child, I'm sure she missed it too. It went right back to the dealership after they
I like.
filmed it.
I ain't go front though. I did like her McLaren though.
Yeah, it was cute. It
I
was
was.
cute.
I like the Bentleys because they're kind of tough, like some old Buicks that you can run into everything that other cars gonna get towed up but yours.
Oh Lord.
Remember the old school Buicks that if you hit a tree, the tree was damaged, but your car wasn't.
Yes, Steven. The newly rich are the ones flashing it. Old money is quiet.
Like that's why Kathy running around looking at how she looks. She don't care. Don't you know who I is? My name is Hilton. I can
Somebody
wear
need
what I
to
want to
help
wear.
her comb her hair though. Sorry. Okay,
And you know
Yanni
what?
said, I don't think she would be on the show if she didn't need the paycheck. I think she's doing this to promote her boutique.
I think so. I really do.
Mhm.
Or she's trying to get investors for some of her other businesses. That's what
Yeah.
I'm assuming. Because this show
Mhm.
doesn't pay her anything compared to what she
No.
has. You know?
I'm not surprised. Oh Lord, I'm not surprised if she isn't pulling a Dorit.
I mean, but who's to say like we saw them go in, we saw them drive, blah blah blah. But who's to say they didn't go into the store and then roll over to the Lamborghini shop and got one used? Like we don't know.
Look, and if it's a lease, like she could do the Bentley plus, like you said, the Lamborghini, you know, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then, the other days you drive the other car. I don't know. I'm not rich.
Remember Bethany used to say when the first season in New York, like like in the city, like you could be driving a Ferrari but living in a one bedroom trying to floss. She's like, well, we go into the Hamptons. That's where the money shows. You can't hide. You can't
Mhm.
hide mess there. So I mean, if Sutton just sold her house and she's buying a $5 million house, she got some coin. She got some coin.
She
Let's
was
not
selling
pretend she
her
doesn't.
stuff at her party because she a businesswoman. She brought all the stuff from the boutique to her house to put on
Mm-hmm.
display, but she took off the price tags. So,
Mm-hmm.
oof, you
And
got to
Sutton
ask
loves
how much.
and Sutton loves her couture, so we know she got some coin. It's just I think she doesn't wear it well because I think she would be more relatable if she would just say um like what things cost or about what they cost, because when she acts the way she acts all haughty, it's like, well, ma'am, you're not from this lifestyle. You're not from this lifestyle. Let's be real. You just married well. And I think what's a turn off to a lot of people. If she walked in, like when Garcelle asked, can I be ghosted and ask how much the price of the car is? And
Mhm.
so I was like, oh my gosh, it's like be like, girl, it's around $400,000.
I think at this point with Sutton, Garcelle does that on purpose just to get her reaction.
Oh, let's see, where's
Mhm.
that? Lisa, so she's building the house from ground up.
Yeah,
The way they talk about it on the show is like they like, oh, a Sutton bought a house. I'm like, okay,
she did buy a house, but I think the renovations are so extensive, it's
that's
as
it.
if she's building a house.
Got
But
it.
because I think she's in that Beverly Hills area,
Mhm.
it's hard to get a tear down.
Yeah, it
You
is.
see? And
Yeah.
it's so although it's probably going to cost her more
Mhm.
than just tearing it down, she probably couldn't get that. So she's just gutting down to the
Okay.
pillars and posts.
I want to know what I'm interested in. I'm interested in her lot. I want to know what her lot size is. I'm just
Mm.
curious because if she's tearing down the house and basically rebuilding the house, I want to know what her lot is. Like how much room does she have to work with, and does
So
she have
wait,
neighbors?
Steven says that she's building from the ground up. We need to figure out whether it's like an extensive renovation down to the studs, or if she demoed that house and is starting fresh. Because I think after Muhammad did his bullshit up there, like everybody real ready to go to court. Pulled together, she couldn't find a house that had everything she wanted, so she's having
Okay,
one completely built to her specifications.
here's what she
Okay.
said. Here's what's said as of May 26th. While
Uh-huh.
the house has been under construction, Sutton has been residing in Kyle Richards and Mauricio Mansky's former Bel Air home. I
Mhm.
left my house and sold it, but my new house needs a facelift. So the renovations must be extensive.
Yeah. She's redoing everything.
Oh, here it is. I see what they're saying. So she
What?
bought the house, and what it says is, they don't really say this. They're not wording this properly for us. Sutton Strack shows demolition of her new house. So basically, she bought it.
She got to tear it down.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Saying. That's what it's saying. That's where the confusion comes. Because one people saying facelift. That says facelift, you know. But now we find out that she bought that, but she's tearing it down. I'm sorry, guys. Keep talking. I'm just gonna keep reading this real quick, just so we can get the fact.
She said she couldn't get a house exactly the way she wanted, so she just built her own. That way, she could have everything that she needed for herself. Okay, so that's what Lisa says. So she's backing that one up.
Yeah. She bought the house to tear it down. She must have a good lot.
Yeah. Sometimes you just have to see past, like you have a specific neighborhood that you want. Maybe it was a good sized lot. Maybe it was a corner lot, good neighborhood. Does she have to worry about schools? No, because her kids are getting ready to leave high school, right? Okay.
Thank you, Steven and Lisa. I just hate when they don't put, you can Google the same thing and get two different explanations. That makes total sense. Thank you, guys. You guys are on top of it, because they're not giving us the right information.
Oh, Lord. Well, they are, but like you said, they're giving it to us in like a weird way. But trust me, is a downsize, or she would have kept the house she got in the divorce.
Oh, definitely. She doesn't need all that space, all that room.
Yeah, and I think the memories there, I could see why she sold it. The memories. Especially if you're trying to close out one chapter of your life and move on to the next one, you get rid of everything that reminds you of what you just left. For renting Kyle's. Renting's Kyle's. Like, the only reason why I could see she's renting Kyle's place is because it's in Bel Air.
Oh yeah, of course.
That's about it.
And she can write it off on her taxes too.
Yep.
As a rental. Yeah. So win-win. Kyle and Mauricio get that extra income, and then so he can probably open his offices again, and then Sutton gets a tax write-off. Why not?
But here's the thing. Okay, this whole episode, Kyle pissed me off because the first thing was with Dorit. I love calling her Dorit now. And then the jealousy of, now she loves that house all of a sudden. You couldn't wait to get out of that house.
Oh, real quick. Lisa says, does it say how much Mauricio and Kyle are charging her in the Bel Air home?
$20,000 a month. It normally goes for $25,000, but it's $20,000 a month. I remember that for sure.
She got that friends and family discount.
There ain't no friends and family discount. It ain't worth no more than 10. No, I'll give it 15 for the backyard.
Not 15.
I can't stop thinking about Dorit's nose. What about the before and after of it all?
That was wrong for that. They was wrong for that. But let's talk about Crystal and
her admission.
She became more human. She became much more human. She became much more human for me, and I could see where she was coming from. That she said her normalizing and talking about it is part of her sickness, if you want to say, or issue. And she was honest. She was open. I'm like, wait,
what was that? What was part of her sickness? Talking about it?
Because the reason why she said that, and I understand what she's saying, is because when she basically what she's trying to do, she was trying to talk to herself into thinking that this was normal and was okay. She was normalizing it.
But here's the thing. I agree with you on that, but then why was the husband so surprised she shared it with the ladies when Renna came up to him and was trying to get her next job by trying to say, that was so brave of Crystal, and my daughter has an eating disorder too, and da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Why did he say he was surprised that she talked about it?
Because she doesn't know these ladies that well, and she offered the information to people she doesn't know, and I think it was more that she offered the information in front of the world because she just
Mm,
doesn't strike me as an open person like that. Like she's one of those people you gotta get to know for like years before you get anything out of her. But I did like her husband though.
wait. Look at this. Look at. Oh yes, I did like him. I could see him fitting into the boys thing because you notice that Mauricio and PK are trying to create a boys club like
Mm-hmm.
Married to
Married to
Medicine have.
Medicine.
Yeah, but it's not as good.
Mm-mm.
Hold on. So Stephen is saying Crystal salvaged her image, body dysmorphia from
Mm-hmm.
bulimia,
Mm-hmm.
and that's why Crystal dropped to the floor.
Right.
She probably never shared publicly.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So then wouldn't she owe Sutton an apology?
Well, no, you come in my room.
No.
You come in my room, and I'm naked. No, I don't owe you a damn thing. You wait until I tell you to come in.
Yeah, but Sutton said they was going in and out of each other's rooms the whole time they was there. And I think these old hoots, yeah.
But I don't think Crystal was a part of that though. I'm sorry. Like I didn't
Mm,
see anyone go in Crystal's room and talk to her. If you really go back and look at the scenes, I never saw one. I never saw anyone going into Crystal's room to visit her. So I'm not gonna. I can't go with that.
true. However, if it were me and I was Crystal and this my first time away with these hags, as soon as I go in my room, I'm locking the door.
Uh, First thing,
Well, as soon as the man said they're bears, he didn't have to complete that sentence because I would have found my upper floor room and locked the door and then went and checked all the windows and what have not. So yeah, I'd have been locking up no matter what.
I think Susan said
She's
Crystal.
very
She is
strange.
very. I think with Crystal's a combination of her upbringing
Mhm.
combined with her being in a lifestyle that's juxtaposed to her upbringing. So she is a very close person, but within her social circle, she needs to be more open and less guarded. So I feel like she's always fighting with herself a little bit because I can relate to some of the things she says. I get it, but she's very blunt and to the point. I have that comes from her mom because I think she said she had a tiger mom. I think she said she had a tiger mom. So whereas Crystal went the way of being super aggressive and blunt, Tiffany Moon went the other way and went as a more quote introverted, soft spoken type of girl. Both had tiger moms, but they each came across with have different personalities.
So wait, Crystal said her mom started her to her eating disorder? Like
I
I saw
thought
the picture where she says she thought she was chubby, but isn't that like regular, like
no.
baby
From
fat?
I recall from the episode that Crystal said she saw a video at school about
Yeah.
eating disorders, and she's like, "Oh, okay." And then she started picking up tools from it, and she always felt like
Mhm.
the chubby girl.
I saw that picture that when she said she felt like the chubby girl. I didn't think she was chubby. I
But
just thought
remember,
she looked like a normal preteen person
she said she looked at being beautiful as being white.
being white.
Why?
Yeah. Mhm.
That's
Yeah.
why.
Yeah. She had a lot of things going on. But she grew up in the valley, right?
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
Mm.
And Steven said she conquered. She's in recovery. I think she said she's in recovery. Is what I took from her. Like she's like, I'm not over it. Like I'm not. Like I didn't have a relapse. She's all like, I'm still working through it. So
Right,
I
but
applaud
that's
her for
an
that.
ongoing thing.
I
It's
was
kind of like
ongoing,
alcoholism.
but that's the
Like
thing.
you're always recovering.
But that's the thing, Debbie. That's why she said part of her sickness is her talking about like it's normal.
Mm.
That's part of it. And she realizes it. She's working on it.
She was normal. She just can't see it. Mm. Ciao. Mm-mm-mm.
But I thought this was outside no Erika Jane, which we knew we weren't gonna get. This was a solid episode. There was, I mean, I think what's going on with these episodes is that they're coming out with a bang, but then they fizzle because we're looking for other things.
I don't know. I am just I'm not getting excited anymore about any of these episodes. Yeah. If Erika walks in and says hello next week, I'd be surprised. That's
Yeah.
just it. Is there anything else going on storyline wise with any of these other housewives that can carry me through this season?
I don't think so because they built this whole season off of Erika Jane. Like, oh my god, Erika's gonna like do this. I mean, they literally like built this. I do hope to see how Sutton's building her home. I want to see the lot size. I want to see where it's at. I want to see if she got neighbors. I'm
All we're
interested in
gonna
that.
see is the Sutton boutique. That's about it.
I want to see, and I also want to see Crystal. I want to see her like smile and laugh. I want to see her in her element to where she's comfortable because she's doing well, but I just kind of feel like she's not comfortable. And I also want to see Dorit keep on this path of like verbally fighting back and not backing down afterwards.
Mm-hmm. But I'd also like to see Sutton speed it up a bit. Yes, I know you're trying to be real careful with your words and try to remember which accent you speaking in, depending on who you talking to or what dress you have on.
Mm-hmm.
I get it. But girl, sometimes we just need you to get to the point.
Mm-hmm.
What happened to Dorit's bathing suit line? Didn't she get into trouble with that? Like
They
the
settled though.
other owner?
They settled.
They settled. But
Mm-hmm.
it's no more, right?
Beverly Beach is still there.
Does she have anything to do with it?
Yeah, it's hers. Like they settled with the partner out of court. Basically, he was just he was just like suing for his money back. Basically.
Oh, okay. Does Sutton have a clothing line or is it just the boutique?
I thought it was just the boutique.
I thought so too, because like I follow her on Instagram and it's all about her cat and that boutique.
Mm-hmm. Christine Chris goes, said Sutton Tone Bear compete. I'm sorry, can't nobody compete with LVP. I'm sorry. Her home. Woo.
I don't like Lisa Vanderpump's new home. I like the old home where she was neighbors with
Adrian.
But the new home, it reminded me of a department store. There were a lot of like metal and glass doors everywhere. And not even the renovated kitchen helped. Her new house was very weird. Very weird.
Yeah, here you go. Yeah, Dorit's one of like here's the website for.
I want to see Erika's lies. Yes, Yanni, I want to see them too.
I want to see where the money. I want to see where the money is, and how she hid it.
Well, she can't say that, or else they'll come and get it.
True.
But I'll give you some possible locations. Let's look up the Panama Papers because they might be down there. Grand Cayman's another good hiding place. Bermuda, Isle of Jersey, that's a good hiding place. Bahamas used to be, not so sure now. But you could also check the Bahamas. No, you need someplace that's going to take ill-gotten gains. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh, I got you. So Monte Carlo.
No, you could gamble it there, but right. I don't think you want to keep it there.
They have very friendly tax laws, I understand.
But you also have to be a resident in order to
Yep.
get the tax-free status.
Mm-hmm.
And to live there is like mucho dinero. Like, it ain't cheap.
Right.
To get that tax break, it ain't cheap. And then, like, you need like lots of security, because I don't know if y'all remember a few years ago, this like super like billionaire got murdered in his own luxury penthouse thing.
See, no, we can't have that. Where was the doorman at? Where was the private security?
That's the thing. He had all of that, and they still got in and murdered him in his own place. So yeah, I don't know. Monaco's good for a visit. Go there for the Grand Prix.
Gotcha.
And then
But
bounce.
yeah, but we just need to realize that we're not going to hear anything from Miss Erika Jane. It is what it is, and we call this. Ebony has a very good point. You know, like we said, we're not getting enough opulence. LVP was the only one who gave. Yeah, LVP just gave.
And Adrian.
Mm-hmm. And even Camille to a degree when she was on the show.
When she had the first house.
Right.
Oh, the first house was nice.
You know, it's just like I think with Beverly Hills we expect elevated opulence, and we're not really getting it. We're just getting some girlfriends going on some trips. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and house hopping.
Not house hopping.
Yes. And luxury brands, you know, sponsor of the day, Fendi Friday. Sutton just threw a $35,000 party. That was not $35,000. I remember her saying that, and I looked at it. Okay. Did you fly the roses in from Colombia? I don't know. Did you bring in tulips from Holland? I don't know.
Ebony's so mean. Ebony's so wrong.
Broke women from, but we are watching broke women from Beverly Hills. Kyle.
I mean, they're not broke. It's just they're having like some cash flow type situations.
Let's just go to the Hamlins' house. If ever there were Beverly Hillbillies in Beverly Hills or whatever, it is the Hamlins. They have turned their backyards into like Survivalist 101. And he got that fragile woman. She needed a bone density test, but that fragile woman running around with a fireman's hose, dumping it into a above ground pool to save that house during the fire season. They could have cut that scene.
Yeah, that was just the obligatory Harry Hamlin scene for the season. We all know what that was. We know he don't live there.
I know. And he's got his he turned my backyard lawn into a full-on garden because they thought the apocalypse was coming or something. I don't know. Like, I have so many problems with her marriage.
I still have an issue with her keep calling him Harry Hamlin. I'm just saying.
And it's in her phone too.
Right.
Ay. I guess they be to show that they were a real couple. Like, no. My husband couldn't have me doing that. Like, why is he teaching her to do the fire drill? Is it because he's never there? Shouldn't he be the one doing that? If you were living there?
Yep, the house is Harry's. He got it paid for, and the land is worth more.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the best thing they can hope for is a fire to roll through there, because then it would burn down that ugly electrical pole that's in their backyard, and then they could start fresh. Just saying.
But yeah, I mean, between Mauricio and the
PP, visitor. Look what Ebony says. He's a
visitor. Right. He be in Vancouver. Quit playing. Quit playing.
But she was so cute saying she doesn't want a divorce. Were you begging?
Right.
Oh, Blobby, we are about to end. Oh my God. Oh, Blobby, can you come up now? Oh Lord.
They just doing too much. Yeah, I don't know with this show. I think, and the funny thing is, I like the cast as a whole. I do like the cast, but I think with Beverly Hills, we think of shopping on Rodeo Drive. We think about going on like, taking the private jet to Napa for the day. Stuff like that. I think we have that built up in our heads to a degree.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I think that's really what it is. I think it's really what it is. Because you had the first ladies of the season, you have the opulence. Those ladies gave us what we thought Beverly Hills was. Oh, and Taylor, but Taylor was Taylor was front for the cameras. We knew that though.
Yeah,
We knew
but
that.
like when this show first started, Taylor and Kyle were the poor ones, right?
Yeah, yeah, or maybe Kim.
Well, Kim and Kyle were kind of like a package because Mauricio was supporting the both of them.
True.
But
I mean, we sure, and I'm pretty sure like Kathy was breaking off Kim an
yeah,
allowance of some sort.
yeah,
Because you ain't seen Kim act in what 40 years or so.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, really? Like, your stardom was when you were a child. So, what have you been doing to make money?
Well, she married well and
True.
had them kids. Because one of her husbands was like really wealthy. Wait, she had two. She had a really wealthy husband and then a well-off husband that she had kids for, right?
That's the way. That's the way I understand it.
Right. Mm-mm-mm. Nothing left of Beverly Housewives glamour. Really? You don't think there's anything left of the glamour, Montana?
I think it's not so much glamour now; it's more fashion. When you think glamour, you think of class, elegance, opulence, the diamonds, the jewelry. But that's what LVP, Adrian, and Camille gave us. Now we're going more in the direction of fashion and sleek, modern type stuff. So it's different.
I agree with you, Ebony. Okay.
Yes.
And Ablavi, we'll see you coming up at the top of the hour, 3 p.m. Eastern, 12 noon Pacific for Family Karma. Guys, come on back for us then. Hold on, let's just see. Maybe Kyle should wait. Maybe Kyle. Oh, wrong thing. Should get into a sister argument with her sister. I think they already did that. I think Kathy's on here to just I don't know what she's doing on here, but she is kind of weird and goofy, and I'm kind of liking it.
She's fun.
True. Sutton Kathy. Oh Lord. Brandy Glanville was the broke one. Yes, she was.
She was.
But she was second generation broke. If we talking about housewives, like when the show first started, it was like Taylor, Kyle, and Kim who were broke. I'm not saying broke as in like poor, but they didn't have the money that Adrian and LVP had. Mm-hmm. Oh my God. Did you notice Kathy was nice to Mauricio? Well, anybody could be nice in front of the camera. And besides, her face is pulled so tight, she's always grinning. Okay, guys. I think we beat this one down.
Yes, we're good.
We'll tune in next week. Maybe she'll say 5 words or just speak in riddles like how she's been doing since the season started. All right, so this was, what was this? Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, season 11, episode 5, The Divided States of Erika. Even the title was misleading, whatever.
Right, yes.
So guys, we'll watch again next week. I don't have my hopes up.
Right.
Any final words, Jamal?
We are good to go.
All right, so until next time.
Of course.
Bye.
Bye.